And that's where you got to do your woo right there. Get that.
Dan's telling me what to do.
Right at the break, man.
You ain't the boss of me.
Hey, you want to go around a few rounds?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you, boy. And I didn't say Roy. I said boy.
So Los.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Los? Get some
Hey,
Joey
you're still
Votto
alive.
in here.
You're still alive with your bet, with our bet.
Yeah.
I know. Welcome everybody to the NorCal Sports Network. And wow, what a game! As the title says, the Giants win it in the ninth on the wild game? What was that, Eric? Or a wild one?
A wild ninth. A wild ninth.
Wild ninth.
The rest of the game was kind of
Yeah, bizarre. Duvall just came in and was
puked all over himself. That's what he did.
Walked a little. First guy got behind the second guy, and then a double to the wall, put the gap, second and third, and then then of course Justin Turner has to be the guy that ties it up, the doggone Dodger. But hey, set it up for some dramatics in the ninth.
Yeah, it sure did.
A walk-off homer. Did that thing hit the foul pole, Los?
Hit the foul pole, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was watching it.
John Miller was quiet. He's like, it's a deep drive. And it was just quiet. And I was like, what's going on? It hits the foul pole. I was like, okay, we're good.
He should have did a Carlton Fisk and go down the line and go.
Oh, yeah.
But
that was a nice bat flip he gave.
Yes.
He launched that bat over to the dugout.
Hopefully he doesn't feel it tomorrow.
Don't think the Red Sox are not going to forget that.
Yeah, exactly. I hope he doesn't feel it in the ribs tomorrow.
Well, don't worry. DeSclafani's going tomorrow, right?
I think it's Stripling.
Is it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, just DeSclafani. They're trying to avoid DeSclafani. Hey, great job by Sean Manaea today.
Sean Manaea, yeah. I wonder if they told him, hey, you got some guys out there that want to take a look at you. I don't know. I don't see Farhan doing that, though. That's not his way.
The stock value's up a little bit on him.
But Manaea today, he went
just over 4.
Yeah, he went 4 2/3, only 2 hits, no walks, 5 Ks.
Yeah,
extremely efficient. 52
against a hot offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
That could give you that could give you either you can say, hey, look, instead of throwing out TBA out there every 2 out of every 5 days, although Walker does a great job of opening.
Walker did good. He went 2.
Imagine having that guy
or something
as a late inning,
Yeah, that's where he needs to be.
Imagine having him go the 6th inning and then Rogers 7, Rogers 8, Duvall 9. Then now you shorten you shorten
the game, yeah.
Shorten the game for your starters to only 5 innings. So it was a big win, much needed win. Of course they win whenever I do a parlay and I don't take them. And I lost out in the first inning too. I said they wouldn't score in the first inning because they never score.
They never score in the first.
They never score. They get 1 to 2 runs a game. And they never get that first run, usually until the 4th or 5th. Of course, since I put money on it, they score in the first. If they're going to be crappy hitting team in the beginning of the game, I might as well start taking advantage of them, right?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Paxton was not very sharp today. I've seen
he wasn't.
Much better than that. He has better.
You know what, though? To your point, the Giants couldn't capitalize for shit on Paxton. They should have been up by 6 runs, maybe more. I mean,
they're not a good situational hitting team.
No, they're not. But they got the win. I mean, that's all that matters. But still, the offense is still looking really flat.
Matos got 1 hit. He continues to always generally get a hit in the ball game, hitting around 256. But Wilmer Flores goes 3 for 5, and Marco Luciano 2 for 4.
Yeah,
gets a double down the right field line and then scores a run again. Actually, and then he did score a run, and then he had. I had to walk away from about the 5th inning till the end of the game. Couldn't see it, but what was his single to left field Was it a hard hit ball? Was it a blooper?
I think I looked at game day. I think it was like high 80s. It
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah, I
Okay.
think something. Like that.
So anyway, what do we got in the chats? They're talking about Robert Rothberg asking if he likes weed. What's going on?
Because he made a comment earlier about something about how great the team is again.
All right. Lydia P says, I see great things in Luciano. Schmidt cannot hit a slider down and away for the life of him. Ump was for Sox. Flores should have had that walk-in run. Yeah, I saw some on the PitchCom thing or whatever, the game day play, that there was some pitches that were getting some rough calls there, it looked like.
Casey Schmidt's hitting in some bad luck right now. He's hitting the ball hard, and it's just finding gloves.
One time lined out to first, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All I could say it's better than striking out. That's the good thing.
I still love the idea of my idea is either you go for it, really go for it, and you try and finagle a deal for like a Verlander and a Bellinger, or if you're not going to do something like that, just sell. I would, JD Davis, tonight's hero. Imagine what you could get for Davis and Cobb and a couple guys like that, and Brebbia and the Rogers brothers. And we're seeing guys give up second, third, fifth top 5 prospects for rentals. These guys are signed. Davis would actually give you the highest value. And then imagine an infield going forward for the next 8 years of Schmidt, Luciano, and Estrada at second for a few more years, and pick up another second baseman. You got all these guys coming up that they drafted, Walker, Martin, the Heist. He'll be ready in 3-4 years. Groom him, and then Estrada's. Then you let him walk when he's 30-ish. You don't, and that's how you keep this thing going. Keep young guys, and then get all these young guys that in their early 20s coming up together, like the Braves did, and you add 1 or 2 a year. And what Baltimore's doing, oh my goodness, that is the best way to go for sustainability.
Problem is, it ain't going to happen.
Most of the people,
it won't happen. No.
Yeah, that's the problem. We could sit here and
most fans don't want sustainability. They just think
they want the now. They're looking in the now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They want to do like the Rams did a couple years ago. They just went all in.
Yeah. How's the Rams?
They got their one Super Bowl, which they shouldn't have got if Jaquiski Tartt holds on to the damn interception. They probably don't get that, but they got their one title. Now they've dumped everybody off, and now they're going to probably be crap for a little while.
Oh, they'll be crap for a while. Yep.
That's what a lot of these Giants fans want. They want to like go all in and maybe possibly get one, which I don't see happening.
There's no way. There's no way this team wins a World Series as it's constructed now. There's just no way.
No, and they think one piece is gonna put them over the top.
They need a lot of pieces. I'm telling you, a team that can't hit in drive-in runs. I mean, your bottom of the lineup is, all you got to do is get through 5 or 6. And what the heck's Patrick Bailey doing in the cleanup hole, batting from the right side? I'm sorry. I love Patrick Bailey. He's a great catcher. He's I'll give him above average hitter as a left-handed hitter. As a right-handed hitter, just because he's right-handed, you got to put him in 4th. How about Marco Luciano, the guy that hits bombs, the guy that can really blast?
How about Flores who is the one that's the best hitter on the damn team? Put him in the damn 4-hole, the cleanup spot. Have Slater lead off. That's fine. Have Matos hit 2nd. Have Luciano hit 3rd, and then Flores can knock them all in. Why not? Right?
What do you think Flores could bring back right now?
He probably could bring
another guy.
Yeah, he's definitely would have some value as far as a bench player for sure.
All right, let's take a look
people
at
in the chat. People in the chat are upset that we're talking about selling.
No, it's dumb. It's okay to talk about selling because it's about the future. It's not about now. Look what the team's doing the last 2 or 3 weeks. You can't score more than 3 runs. Today's a perfect example. You got 3 out of the first 4 innings. You had 2 or more guys on base with less than 2 outs, and you could have hit 1 in. That's not good. I'm sorry, but when you get into the playoffs, that is not going to cut it. It's not. And I'm sorry, when you get into August, when you start playing some of these other teams and you get into the dog days, it's going to be a totally different picture. So why not make your team better? Look what the Mets are doing. They have a hell of a team, right? And you know what? They're seeing that the future is, maybe this ain't going to be the year. So they're selling off their pieces and they're reloading with decent prospects. And at the same time, they're freeing up their payroll to make a run at Ohtani. Uncle Steve is going to be going after Ohtani. He's probably going to be the one throwing the most money at him.
And here's everybody in the chat that's like getting upset about the talk about sell. Here's the thing about it that's very, very quite realistic. They're not, if they did sell, it's not like they're selling superstars. We're not getting rid of like all-star super talent. So if we let go of a Jock Peterson, a Conforto,
you're not getting rid of Scherzer and
you're
Verlander.
not getting rid of like dominant players. You know what could happen? And if it does, you're not going to want to hear me because I can get a big mouth and talk a lot of shit. But if the Giants sell off and they still keep winning with young talent and they got prospects, you think that cannot happen? You just think automatically, we're going to get rid of Conforto. We're going to get rid of Jock. We're going to lose all of a sudden. They're not that great, guys.
And here's the problem. Everyone thinks because we're talking about selling that it has a reflection that, we want the team to fail. No, we want the team to succeed. That's why we want to sell to get the prospects. Because I'm sorry, that's what all these teams are doing now. The Orioles, the Reds, the Atlanta Braves, Arizona Diamondbacks. These are all front runners right now, and they're bringing up their young guys. So no, it doesn't mean that rookies always fail, Rothberg. That doesn't mean they always fail. Do they sometimes fail? Yes, sometimes they fail. That happens. It's baseball. Baseball is a tough game.
Right.
So there's no guarantee whether they're going to succeed or fail, but you got to start somewhere. Obviously, people are seeing something in them. I mean, De La Cruz got called up from AA. They saw some in him, and he's not failing, not by a long shot.
Right now, if Brandon Crawford was healthy, and keep in mind how he's been hitting this year, not 2 years ago, this year, and you have a choice between Crawford or Luciano up at the plate, it might be a toss-up. It might be a slight edge, Marciano or Luciano.
Mario, you're saying dominant players get a return, not role players. Would you consider Giolito a dominant player? Because I don't think he's a dominant player.
How about Kendall Graveman?
Same
Kendall
thing.
Graveman got
exactly. They're decent arms. They're decent arms, but look at what they're getting back. Exactly.
Graveman's a free agent after he's a rental, and they got the number 5 prospect. Imagine what you could get for Rogers or I mean, they're signed for 2 more years, and they're high leverage relievers, both brothers. I mean, you could get a number 3 prospect for somebody that needs a closer. What could you get for Alex Cobb, who's still got another club option for next year? I mean, what could you get for him to Baltimore? Or
exactly, who are looking to win it this year? Yeah,
Texas already made their move. They might still go after another pitcher because they really need starting pitching. They're the worst, one of the worst in baseball in the month of July. They're 23rd in like all the statistics of the bad statistics of pitching. Hey guys, take a look at this poll I put out last night. I'm going to redo it again because I just talked to Marty Lurie and he'll retweet it, but I got to tag him and I can't edit it. But the question of the poll was, do you want the San Francisco Giants to go all in and trade away good prospects for top players, guys like Bellinger, Verlander, that kind of stuff? Because I'll tell you, Paul DeJong is not going to do anything for you, okay? Nothing. It's not going to do anything but plug a little hole like Dixon Machado did for a week.
Strikes out too much.
Do you want them to go in for trade away good prospects for top players and try and win the World Series, or sell players that are not part of the future, like Cobb, Jock, Conforto, Wood, Brebbia, and others? I didn't have room in Twitter to put them all. to get top prospects back that are ready to play and follow the model of the Braves, the Astros, and the Orioles. And the 4 options are try to win the World Series this year. That got 14%. So far, we've had 100 votes. So that's 14 out of 100 said win the World Series. Sell for a great future, 54%. So 54 out of the 100. So we are in the majority here. Sell and buy, do a little of both. 29%, do nothing. The team's good as it is now. It's team's just fine, 3%. So I think that was Mario, Robert, and
I was just going to say that.
yeah, Mario, do nothing, man. They're fine.
Here we go. You'll take veteran Crawford, who's batting .207 in a crucial hitting situation. Come on, man. He's at the end of the road. I'm telling you, when we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, I'm sorry. I love Brandon Crawford. He was great for the team. He just doesn't have it this year. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that he's having a bad year this year.
If you do it the way you want to do it, Robert, Mario, and whoever else may want to go all in for this year, and Dan's going to love this because it's an investment type of analogy. If you go all in for this year, and more than likely it doesn't work out, you just cashed out on your you just cashed out on your IRA before you got 59.5 and you got a big penalty.
Yeah, got to pay the penalty.
Why not wait a little bit longer, take the whole amount out tax free, and save for the future.
Hey, you guys, remember in junior high, your algebra class when you're learning stocks and all that? What is it? Buy low, sell high. Right now, the market is as high as it's ever going to be for marginal players. We're seeing people pay. You don't think a team that needs a solid pinch hitter off the bench or somebody that could DH like a Wilmer Flores? Remember the Red Sox? Was it the 18 World Series that they had? What was that one guy? It was either 13 or 18. I think it was the 18 World Series. They had some guy that just was mashing. And he was kind of like the hero. Can't even remember what position he was. But he was something else. And then you got the Cody Rosses of the Giants. I mean, Flores would play 2.5 out of first place. Yeah, Mario, they're 2.5 out of first place.
Against the team. Don't forget the Dodgers starting rotation is worse than the Giants. And they're still in first place right now. Until they wind up getting Verlander here in the next couple of days.
Here's the thing. Could the Giants win the division this year? They could. I mean, you don't know. I mean, it's doubtful, but somebody look up the odds. Somebody out there in the chat, because I don't have time to look them up right now. Look at what the odds are for the Giants to win the division, and what are the odds for the Giants to make the playoffs as of right now. My guess is the Giants to win the division is under 25%. And I'll bet you the playoffs are probably around 65.
Robert,
60 to 65.
Our intention is to rebuild the team with young players. That's what we want to do. That's the purpose.
Oh, that's what he wants?
It's working. Look at the other organizations.
Take a look at the Baltimore Orioles. Take a look at where they're at right now. How many young guys are in their starting lineup, and how many guys do they have in the top 100? They have 8, 2 in the top 12 on the top 100 baseball. They have so many guys because they drafted well and they were at the bottom. The Giants are never going to be at the bottom because they're a mid team. So they haven't decided to go all full rebuild. They've tried to do this plug and play thing for years. And what it does is it gets you right smack in the middle. So you really go nowhere, but you give this illusion that you're competing. And yeah, you're competing for a wild card spot this year, maybe a division title, but I I doubt that. But the bottom line is this: is it going to get you far into the playoffs and into the World Series and win it? Because, that's what teams are in business for. At least franchises that want to win.
Based on what's happened with the market the last few days, we see that the price to pay for a decent player, not even a great player, just a decent. So everybody's been talking on here for weeks. I don't want to give up one of our good prospects. Hey, man, I got news for you. You're not going to get like a Stroman or a Paxton. You're not going to get them for Von Brown or Grady McCray or something like that. Nope. You're going to have to give up Harrison or Wisenhunt or somebody big. It is a hot market, and sellers are going to get big time pay. It's like overpaying for a house. That $300,000 house, you got to offer $750K just to get it. That's what you want to do? That's dumb. Right now, you could go the other way and take advantage of somebody and give them somebody marginal and get back a really, really difference maker of a prospect. But you don't want to do that because you want to go all in right now.
Exactly. Hey, Bora, thanks for those numbers. He put it up there, Dan.
13.2%. I was I was right on, under 25% and 60. I said 60 to 65 for the playoffs. Yeah, just a wild guess on my part, but yeah. So look at that, 13% to win the division. Mario, that's a good bet. Go bet it. Plus,
invest it. Invest it.
The Giants are 35-1 to win the World Series. Put $50 on it. Why not? 35-1.
Invest it.
Mario likes to antagonize and put shots out, but he never puts his money where his mouth is. I challenged him to a bet. He didn't even.
No. You gotta challenge him to an investment.
No, I saw his answer. He's an investor.
He invests.
But Mario, if you're an investor, then that means when you're 52, you're going to pull out your IRA and you're going to get penalized. Bad investment, dude.
Robert, oh my God, man, I got to stop. I can't predict the future. All I'm saying is that any team can get hot in the playoffs. Yes. But you know what? You predict the future every time you come on here. You do that every day. The Giants are about to go on a run. This team can't be denied. This team's going to win the World Series. Is that not predicting the future, Robert? Come on, man.
Mario attacks everybody personally. He takes shots. That's what clowns do. They take shots at people. He took a shot. I'll have to look that up. He likes to take personal attacks. Yeah, that's kind of what guys like that like to do. When they don't have a good argument, they start going to the personal attacks.
Here's one thing I'll give you, Robert. And I love your loyalty and I love your passion for your team. Don't ever construe it as anything otherwise. But here's what I'll kind of give you is when the Giants won their first series in 2010, like we're all complaining that Giants don't hit right now. Remember what Dwayne Kuiper called 2010? Torture, because they could never hit. They were always winning 2-1, 3-2. So that team didn't hit and they won a World Series. But
all right. Hey, look at that. Greg Dayton. Back and Robert, they're buddies now.
Nice. Oh, you guys kissed and made up. Nice. But that team again had Lincecum, Kane, Mad Bum, Brian Wilson, Javi Lopez, Sergio Romo. Does this team have anybody that's kind of close to that, with the exception of maybe Webb and Doval? They got two real studs, Webb and Doval. That's not enough to win a World Series.
No,
it's not enough.
Not even close.
Logan's catching on there, Dan. You're getting some converters here, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're not going to do any of this. We're just talking. We know that Farhan is not going to sell. Okay, everybody. We're not delusional into thinking that Farhan is going to sell. We know he's going to probably buy. He'll buy on the margins. You watch. Tuesday, he'll make some deals, and there'll be utility-type players. The only guy that – and hopefully he doesn't have to pay for the nose. I wouldn't mind Tim Anderson simply because Tim Anderson is starting to heat up. He's hit over 300. He's won a batting title at 335. He's hitting like 375 since the break.
He got his first home run today.
He's starting to hit. He was not healthy earlier in the year. If he returns to his former self, you could theoretically, put him at short, second. You can have Luciano, You can get Luciano in the outfield, actually get him to play the outfield, and you can have a booming right-handed lineup if you want to do your platoon crap, which they love to do. I'm just saying, get me somebody that's decent, but don't give up any top prospects. And I'll tell you what.
They will.
Pitching, you can never have enough pitching in the minor leagues. We're seeing that Keaton Wynn is out with an elbow issue. Carson Whisenhunt is now down with an elbow issue. Kyle Harrison's, it's a hamstring. But a pitcher could go out and it's not a question of if he's going to have Tommy John. It's a matter of when. Okay? So you got to have the Giants' philosophy a couple years ago was actually smart. They drafted like their first 10 picks were all pitchers. Fine. Get some of those pitchers and maybe 3 or 4 of them hit. You get lucky and 3 of them turn out to be really good. But my goodness, I can't tell you how many prospects that are out there that go down or not available. That's why you need more and more prospects, because you got to fill your system. Baltimore is so loaded right now that they've got a logjam because they drafted so well. There's no room for some of the top 15, 20 prospects in the game.
See, and I think a lot of you guys are missing the point that, let's say the Orioles do not win it this year. They may, but let's say they don't. They're going to come back next year, and if everybody stays healthy, they're going to be just as good because they have young talent that just is a year better, a year more developed. And if the Giants don't win it this year and we go to next year, then you have another year of Conforto, another year of Flores, another year of Crawford, maybe, probably not, another year of J.D. Davis. You have another year of mediocrity. I mean, basically, like 500, a little above 500 team. They're not going to be running away the division with that talent. They're not. So, I mean, if that's what you guys want, I mean, you're not seeing the writing on the wall. You're not seeing the big picture. A lot of you are. And Ted Mosby, I usually agree with you, but I got to disagree with you this time, brother. I think Farhan is going to have to give up prospects, because when he's making those calls and he's saying, hey, I want so-and-so, and the other GM is going to be like, do you see what's going on in the market? That's not enough. You're offering me what? You better offer me more than that. And in order for him to get it, he's going to have no choice but to give up one of our top prospects.
Hey, Los, I'll take it even a step further than that. Take away even the market and what people are paying for. Other GMs see what the struggles the Giants are having. So what do you think they're going to do anyways, whether the market is asking for it or not? They're going to ask high. They're going to do that.
They're going to take advantage.
They're going to take advantage. You're going to see that you're starting pitching. There's vulnerabilities. The lineup is looking pretty weak. So the asking price is going to go up. If like Texas, they're set. They can kind of decide exactly what direction they want to go because they're fairly set. I mean, Scherzer, I mean, goodness gracious, is he going to be fabulous? Probably not. He's probably going to be okay. He's going to eat some innings, but the thing is he is a competitor, and a change of scenery may be nice for him. We'll see.
I was thinking Dan's proposal the other night about trading Webb and getting the superstar from the Orioles.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, there's no way they would give up on him. But after what the Mets got back for a 43-year-old dude, or no, I'm sorry, that's Verlander, a 38-year-old dude, man, they might. I mean, at least make the call. I mean,
make the call.
This is poker. This is poker, Farhan. You know, don't be so predictable. Like, I hate when people say, "Oh, we know Farhan's not going to sell," and it's the truth. But I hate the aspect that he doesn't know that. He doesn't hear that, and instead of doing what everybody expects you to do, he goes the other way. That's a smart GM. He's like, "Oh, you guys think I'm going to buy, huh? Watch this." He's going to talk to a GM. He's like, "No, I'm calling you to sell," and the other GM's going to be like, "Is this Farhan? You sure?" Laugh. I know you want this relief pitcher. What do you got? Pick one of the Roger brothers. What do you got? Oh, that's not enough. Let Farhan take advantage of somebody else, because that's the market. But you guys want to overpay, and that's what's wrong.
Yeah. They could have. See, my thing on on Webb was the fact that he's controllable. So he's at an all-time high. He's pitching really good. He's eating up tons of innings. His ERA is good.
Yep.
He's at his peak because he signed. How many years did he sign more for? 4 or 5? 5 years.
5 and 90.
5 years.
5 years.
5.
Very reasonable contract.
Imagine if you got a boatload of top prospects, and then you started trading Flores and Cobb and picking up other guys' top pitchers to replace. Now all of a sudden you got Harrison, Wisenhunt, Mason Black, Reggie Crawford, and a couple of other top pitchers from other organizations that are in the top 25 of all of baseball as prospects. And all these guys come up together, and then probably in 2 to 3 years, you've got the 2010 Giants, but even younger.
Yeah.
But even younger. And that's what we're saying is build something that is sustainable. Look at the Houston Astros. They have been in the playoffs since 2016, and they've won 2 World Series. And is it 2 or 3? 2, right?
Who's that?
The Astros?
2.
But they've been in like
3.
5 or 6
right there for like 7
championship
straight years.
Yeah. And you watch, the Orioles are going to be fighting. They're going to be the team to beat going forward in the East for the next at least 6-7 years. And that's what you want. And then when you start able to develop guys, you could take longer to develop some of your players because there's no room for them. You get those guys developed, and now you start making trades like Houston does. Houston has had an abundance of farm system because they had so many guys. They were able to make those big trades. Watch, they're going to probably end up with Verlander back. You watch.
Who?
Houston.
Oh, Houston. Yeah.
The only time I want the Giants to be buyers is if they get a marginal superstar talent that is still young. I don't want a guy that is just a rental, and I don't want a guy that's just going to help us for the stretch run this year. And like the kid from the White Sox, I keep talking about him. I know it would cost a lot, but if they got him, I'm okay with that. And I'm not okay with it to try to win this year. I'm okay with a 25-year-old stud in center field for the next 5 or 6 years. That's the difference between me and you. I don't want just 1 year. I want sustainability. I don't want a quickie. I want it to last for a while. Sorry, but I'm in an analogy mood tonight. But I want it to sustain for a little while. So that's what I would be doing if I was Farhan on the phone. Because I'm telling you, with his reputation, Farhan, that guy never sells. We can get over on him, man. Let's look at the Giants farm system. Yeah, we'll get this guy. We'll give him this, and he'll be okay. And you guys are all down for that. Well, not all of you, but some of you are down for that. Bad.
Yeah, Mario, I get it. Houston's farm system is down, but the point was
because they're all up.
Because
they're all up.
Nice.
Come on,
nice, Eric.
Yeah. They happen to have.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Your minor league will suffer once you start bringing them up.
From like 2010, 11, when they were building their farm system.
And Mario's attacking the Astros, and they won the damn World Series last year. Seriously, dude? Come on, man.
That's your argument.
Woo!
Hey, Mario wants a real good farm system.
Man.
Hey, Mario, are you gonna fly down to some of these minor league championship games when they play them? Because the big league team isn't gonna do it if they keep going the way they're going. I'd kind of like parades in San Francisco, not in Sacramento and some of their single A affiliations. Putting down the Astros. Yeah, they're all up. Great counterpoint, Eric.
Unbelievable.
They're up.
There you go. There's a chat right there.
Damn.
Hey, Eric, you're right, man. Sometimes it is good. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes that's all you got time.
Oh, you're talking about. Okay, never mind. Exactly. What was the Giants farm system during the championships? What? What are you talking about? What were the Giants farm system during the championships? Again, they're up. It was the young guys who won the championships. Mario, what are you saying?
Do I have to put that back up again?
I don't understand what he's saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Mario, Earth to Mario. Who was the third baseman? Pablo Sandoval. Who was the shortstop? Crawford. Who was at second base for one of those? Joe Panic. Who was at first base?
For two of them?
Brandon Belt for two of them. Who was the catcher for all three? Buster Posey. Who was on the mound? Lincecum, Kane, Bumgardner, Brian Wilson.
Except for Brian Wilson.
Well, Brian Wilson was one of them. One of them. What and the other relievers, couple of the relievers. Sergio Romo. Where'd they all come from, Mario? Yeah, from the farm system. Okay.
You know who won the World Series MVPs those years? I believe it was Lincecum, Pablo, and Bum.
Yeah.
All young guys, all homegrown talent. No over-the-hill veterans.
And where did they come from? The farm system.
Farm system.
The team that you guys absolutely are in love with, the San Francisco Giants. Rothberg, who lives and breathes Giants, talks about, prospects don't always hit. Yeah, that's true. But who gave you 3 championships in 5 years?
It was their.
I'm gonna throw out another checkmate.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna throw out another checkmate on this one. So last year the Astros won the World Series. They had a pretty good shortstop by the name of Carlos Correa. Before they gave him a boatload of money, they said, "See you later. Go ahead, go make some money elsewhere." They replaced him with a rookie. That rookie won the
MVP.
World Series MVP.
Exactly.
Done.
Oh my God. He's throwing shit.
Done.
Look at Mario. Renteria was at shortstop and Huff was at first. Come on,
you guys are done.
Come on.
You can't debate that one. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. They let a guy that is going to be overpaid walk, and they replaced him with a young guy. That's how you do it.
Yep.
That's how you do it. And he struggled early in the year, but they were patient with him, and it paid off later in the year. Patience. I know that's difficult nowadays. Come on now.
Man.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Los. Very good. Awesome.
That was good. So anyway, Giants
I feel good that I'm not the only one yelling anymore. Thank you, Los. I appreciate it.
We got to take our turns. I think it'll be Dan's turn tomorrow.
Yeah. There's only a few antagonists in there. Robert's not an antagonist. He's just optimistic.
No.
Robert means well. Mario just loves to antagonize. He'll take the opposite. He says Mario's the type of guy you say go right. He says no, go left. How do you get there? Oh, you head due north. No, go south. That's Mario. That's just the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure his girls basketball team just love him.
Low said a walk off. Nice, Eric. I'm just saying. I mean, that I didn't even prepare for that. It just kind of came to my head that.
Listen, hey Mario, you know what? Yeah, I listen to him on the radio and I watch him online. But you know what? I know more about the Giants than you do. Just saying. You're the dumbass who says, what are you going to do with the freaking farm system? Oh, the Houston Astros don't have a farm system because they're all up in the major leagues. The Giants won 3 championships on the backs of their farm system. Oh, yeah. Did they plug in vets? Absolutely. That's what teams do. Houston Astros did it. Most teams do it. You make no damn sense. And you want to come back saying you literally don't watch the games? What the hell kind of take is that? That means nothing.
Hey, is that true? Renteria won the
yeah, Renteria won it in 2010.
Hey, Mario. Hey, props. You know what? Props. I for some reason I thought I was Lincecum. You are right. I am wrong. I tip my hat to you on that one. You are right.
All right.
I know what I'm wrong.
Goodness gracious,
I'll admit
man.
it. I'm a man. I'll come correct when I'm wrong.
PK,
but I'm still not changing my
Mario
philosophy.
versus Eric Hell in a Cell.
Man, dude. It just doesn't make sense.
Low, smoke a joint, Great Dayton. I could.
Brother.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
Entertainment. It's all good, man. At the bottom line is we're all Giants fans. Just some of us want to, get the team going in a different
paths.
We want to build the house in a different way. You want one type of a roof. I want another type of roof. You want a landscape backyard. I want a pool back there. So that's okay. Bottom line is we all love the Giants. We all want what's best for them.
Good analogy.
Oh my gosh, Mario. Okay,
good
whatever,
analogy.
dude. So listening to the games on the radio is not the same as watching on TV. Got it. Fair enough.
That's all I did back in the day was listen.
I know it's like so before TV, Mario, people had no knowledge on a baseball team.
Yeah, before 1985, you had to listen to it on the radio. That's when Giants.
Mario, go back and coach your damn community college volleyball fucking team, and then come back to me. Then we'll talk about it.
Do you remember that, Dan? Giants Vision was the first cable TV to watch home games. I was like, oh, that's what Candlestick looks like.
Yeah, that was crazy, huh?
Oh, hilarious.
Dear God. What's Dan doing?
What's that?
You're doing something over there.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at something. I want to show you guys something that's pretty funny. You know what we got to do sometime? We got to take a trip down to Georgia and watch the Savannah Bananas play. That is entertainment, man.
Oh yeah, that's basically wrestling, isn't it?
It's just a lot of entertainment. Here we go. This is Hunter Pence tonight. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
I think Senior said he went to go watch this game.
Really?
Yep.
Let's see if we turn this up.
Huh.
Pure entertainment, man. That's fun.
Where are they playing at?
Somewhere here they travel
right?
now.
I think they're here in California somewhere because Senior said he was going to go watch them.
Yeah, they're probably here. He said, "Damn, why didn't you watch it?" You know what? I honestly didn't know that they were in Arizona, or I would have. That would have been awesome.
Eric Burns talks about that a lot on his show
podcast.
I think he manages a team.
So, what do we got here going on in the chat? What's Ted Mosby saying here?
He said he said Mario doesn't know who Al Rosen is.
Al Rosen?
Yeah.
The former GM of the Giants?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Lou says Savannah Bananas are up in Sac. Okay. Cool.
Hey Mario, enlighten me with your community college takes. I'd appreciate it. Tell me how you evaluate talent there.
Eric, you don't know anything about development or scouting of athletes.
I want him to enlighten me. He must be an expert, That community college sports, it's really high level stuff there.
Yeah. Girls basketball, like assistant coach most of his career, I think. Assistant for girls basketball. That tells you.
Fair enough.
That tells you all you need to know about the level.
I'm sure you have, Mario. Sure you have.
Is there any other channel that talks about the Giants? Are they going against what the three of us are saying? Are they saying
honestly
bye? I mean, I know there's not a lot, but most people that I hear talking are not thinking that way. But all that matters is the front office, and we know which way they're probably going to go.
Yeah. No, they'll You watch. It'll be Tuesday afternoon. The Giants have traded for Paul DeJong and have given up Mason Black. Something like that, which would be just a dumb move. Or they'll do, they need Bellinger. They really do. The problem with Farhan is because he's cautious and he's cheap, he waits. He could have had Bellinger in the winter meetings had he just upped his price, But
and
now
it wasn't much. It was 18 million, right? And that was it.
18 million, and Farhan was right there. All he had to do was go up to 24, 25. What are you talking about? 1 year contract, big deal. Eat it. This is the problem with Farhan that I don't get and why people like Larry Bear can't figure it out is, look, you're looking at a 1 year contract. So what? If you're not in the race, you can sell him and trade him like the Cubs could do, which they may end up keeping him, but you end up getting a really good deal, something back. Or if he's not that good, so you ate some money. I mean, how much money did you eat with La Stella? How much you eaten with DeSclafani? How much you eaten, with some of these other contracts? Jock, $19 million for what? What kind of production has Jock given you that Blake Sabol hasn't given you for practically nothing? Right? I mean, who's got more home runs this year, Jock or Blake? I think Jock has 10 and Blake has 11. Who's got a higher batting average? It's really close.
Sabol.
And he's a rookie. I mean, you're paying Jock $19 million.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Imagine what you could have done if you would have got Bellinger.
Imagine what you could have done if you traded him last deadline. Right?
Let me paint a quick picture for you. The Giants on Tuesday trade, like Dan said, Mason Black for Paul. How do you pronounce his last name? Here we go. DeJong. Man, names. Okay, so the Giants get Paul DeJong, shortstop. He's got some power, not a great hitter, strikes out a lot. They get rid of Mason Black, potentially a very good starter. Well, you traded for DeJong, so guess what? He's playing short now. You just blocked Luciano. So not only have you traded one of your pitching prospects, you've blocked one of your top phenom prospect, and he's off to a decent start. And now he's not going to play unless he plays outfield or third base, which is not, his normal position. So what do you say to Luciano? Hey, kid, we know you're our number one prospect, but you're not good enough to get us to the playoffs. We're going to trade for a guy that's hitting about 228 and has a little bit of power. But he's a veteran. He's more established than you. So you're going to have to ride pine and play once in a while. Are you going to honestly tell me that's what you want to do? Honestly, think about that and write it in the chat.
Honestly, I thought about this. A DeJong or they're not going to give you any more than what Luciano could provide. Exactly. And you don't have to give up anything. You already got him. Yeah. So either the Giants have to decide one of two things. One, do they think they have the means to win it all this year? No. And evidently Farhan acts like they do. Well, if you really believe that, okay, if you really, really believe that, then go get Bellinger, go get Verlander, go get Jordan Montgomery, and be a favorite going in. If that's what you really, really believe is the model that and that maybe gives you a chance to go get Ohtani or something, go do it. But if you think you can get to the World Series with what you got, and you add a DeJong and maybe a Michael Lorenzen, for example, Detroit, and that's all you do, I'm sorry, that's not enough to get you over the hump. Okay,
right. No,
you need a couple of horses. I mean, you need a Verlander, you need a Bellinger, you need a star. Okay, Cody Bellinger was an MVP in 2019 with 45 home runs. 2020 in the fake World Series deal, he hurt his shoulder by giving a big chest bump or fist bump, whatever it was, jumping in the air, separated his shoulder, had surgery in the off season, came back too soon in 21, and he wasn't ready, and he developed a horrible swing, bad habits, carried that over into last year, figured it out in the off season and knew what the problem was, knew that he was going to get back to his old self, and bet on himself and said, I just want a 1-year deal. I don't want a long-term contract because I know my value is in the 30 million plus a year, not in the 18 million a year. So he bet on himself, and he's going to get a 5-year, $150 million contract from somebody in the off season because he's hitting home runs off lefties, righties. It doesn't matter. He's hitting over 300. He's smoking the ball. The Cubs are winning again today.
They won today.
They won again today. So the Cubs are probably keeping him at this point. But see, Farhan waited too long again.
Yeah.
He waited too long. He could have had him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He could have been the first out of the chute, and he could have been, and Bellinger could have been over here doing what he's doing. But no, now he's going to stay on the Cubs, and you watch. The Cubs will surpass the Giants. You watch. Mark it down. Cubs have a better roster currently. Unless Farhan really, really improves the roster, the Cubs will surpass the Giants. Giants are going into a very, very tough stretch. Wouldn't surprise me if the Padres surpass the Giants too.
Padres won today.
They won again. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So
here they
Padres
come.
won. Dodgers won. Arizona won.
let's take a look at the standings here.
Real quick, just so you know, I guarantee you Verlander won't come to the San Francisco Giants. After what he saw, what Kapler did to Webb yesterday, who would want to come here? Seriously.
Good point.
And Verlander has the power in his hands. He's got that no contract or that no trade contract, and he could say, man, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go play for them.
I mean, I guarantee if Webb would love to get out of here if he got offered, if he could, because he doesn't. There's no way he likes having to deal with Kapler.
I can't see. Well, you saw that interview yesterday.
I'm surprised he signed long term and for that low of an amount. I really am. Like that for a top line pitcher, 5 and 90. That's a bargain in today's nuers.
Well,
it really is.
He likes being.
I think.
Yeah, he likes being.
He likes
there,
being close to Sacramento. He's a Sacramento guy.
All right, here's the.
Did you hear Farhan get interviewed? Did you hear Kapler get interviewed today?
I saw the bits and
He's so.
I like that he's a competitor. That's all he had to say, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what's going on in with the Reds and the Dodgers? It's
Dodgers won
3-2. They won 3-2. Okay. So.
So everyone in the West, pretty much West, right? Yeah.
Padres won 4-0 behind. Who was pitching for San Diego tonight? It was Darvish, 6 innings, shutout ball. So Padres are starting to put it together. They are only 3 under 500. They're 6 back of the Giants, 5 back. They've won 6 out of 4. In the Central, the other tight race is Milwaukee and Cincinnati. But look at the Cubbies. Cubbies could still win that division. 3. Look, you know why? Look at the run differential in the National League Central Division.
You don't have it up, by the way. We can't see it.
You're not. Oh gosh, here I am. Let me put that up here. Here I'm going on and on. I thought I had. Yeah, check out the run differential here in the National League Central. Everybody's negative but the Cubs.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, Cubs are a good team. Wow. I'm telling you. They have the best. Look at the Padres run differential, plus 61. Telling you, these guys get going, get hot. You know, veterans. Look at the Golden State Warriors last year.
Still got 2 months worth of baseball going here.
Yep. Look at the Warriors last year. They were awful, but when chips were down at the end of the season and they needed to win games, and the first playoff series, they did that on just sheer determination and will not to lose. that they were going to win. And I'm telling you, the Padres lineup, Hassan Kim, Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Jake Cronenworth, Campusano, the catcher, and Gary Sanchez, the DH, and Grisham, the center fielder. Those are all, I mean, you're basically got like, okay, Kim, he's better than any infielder the Giants currently have, other than, when Estrada's in there, and that's still a toss-up. Tatis, better than any Giants outfielder. Soto, better than any Giants outfielder. Machado, better than any Giants infielder. Bogart's better than any Giants infielder. And Cronenworth is right up there. They are going to put this thing together. You watch them make a run.
I said it 2 weeks ago, and everybody in the chat said, "No way, Los. They're way too behind."
I said that like a month or two ago, and people were like,
let me ask: would anybody,
it's a bad chemistry? You see what's going on in the dugout?
So let me ask: if Farhan traded the whole Giants roster for the Padres roster, is anybody against that?
No.
No. I want to hear from the usuals. Mario, would you trade the whole Giants roster for the Padres roster? It's a yes or no answer, bro. We'll wait. If you say you prefer the Giants roster, I don't care what the standings say. Let us know, man.
Robert, you can't tell the future. You can't tell the future, buddy.
So look at the standings here, and then we look at the wild card. Let's look at the wild card. Look in the American League. Angels lost again.
Yeah, they did.
They're fading. They're gonna get knocked out tomorrow again. I said yesterday they're gonna get swept by the Blue Jays. Blue Jays. They're in Toronto. Yankees. The Angels. Soon as here's Artie Moreno's got kind of that David. No, what's his name? What was the former owner of the Clippers? Was it Sterling? What was his name?
Sterling.
Yeah, he's kind of got that hit that on that Washington Commanders. The guy that Snyder just sold the team. These owners that never win, they just think they can run their teams and know everything. Everything goes bad for them. Angels are going to go down.
Dan Snyder is a perfect example.
Yeah, that's why I just mentioned him, Dan Snyder. Yeah, Angels aren't going to make the playoffs. And
I like AB. He goes, Angels still have time to flip Giolito and Ohtani.
So if the Angels lose tomorrow and the next day and they go like 7 back or something like that, would watch it. That would be awesome. Just, hey, wait, we're going to flip these guys back, get something else. But look at the you've got the Blue Jays or Tampa 3-game lead over Toronto and then the Houston. There's no way that the Angels are better than the Astros or the Blue Jays and the Rays. I mean, you got to almost look at that and go, and the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox are better. And the Yankees, when they get Judge back, are going to start winning.
Yeah, Judge is already back. He hit a home run today.
Yeah, and they won today. Okay. So here we go. Angels, you're toast. You're 1, 2, 3. You got to jump over 2 other teams. And it's soon to be 3 because you're going to fall behind Seattle because they're better than you and they got a better GM and he's going to make some moves. So there we go. Now we look at the National League. The Giants move back to first, a half game over the Phillies, who lost today. The Reds lost today and the Marlins lost today. Diamondbacks won. So again, it's 5 teams separated. Giants have a 1-game, basically – not even a 1-game cushion, close to it, but it's
the Giants season is basically going to come down to August 10, I believe, to the 31st. Their schedule for those 3 weeks are against like the best teams in baseball, pretty much. If they can come out of that 21 days, 500, I will be very impressed.
Yeah,
but
that would be.
That is a make or break like time. Like you're not going to be playing the A's, you're not going to be playing the Rockies. You're going to be playing Tampa, I think, twice. Texas.
Look at
the
those
Braves,
teams.
the Reds, and the Dodgers.
Yep.
Good luck.
Look at those teams down there. Look at the run differential. Cubs and Padres, 60 and 61, the best in that wild card team. Only I think the Dodgers and the Braves have better. Let me see. Let me look at the.
Did you see the run differential on the Padres?
Yeah, 60 or 61.
Better than the Giants.
Yes,
better than the Giants at 66.
Yeah,
okay, so only the Braves and Dodgers, 149, and LA has 97. The Padres are third in the league. The Cubs are fourth. And why does that? Yes, wins and losses are all that matters, but run differential shows you that you're beating some teams up. When you're winning, you're hitting, and you're not giving up a lot of runs. You're winning decisively, and that's a sign of a team that could really turn it on. I'm telling you, baseball is such a sport. If I put that back up there, the Padres are only 5.5 out of the wild card race. You don't think with that lineup of Kim, Tatis, Soto, Machado, Bogarts, Cronenworth, those first 6 guys can't do a ton of damage? Oh my goodness. And once it starts heating up and it is August, the balls start flying.
We're getting into the dog days. Yep.
And summer hitting averages start really going up. Pitchers get more tired.
Yep.
You watch, AJ Preller will make more bold moves than Farhan. And I would venture to say, watch
him get Verlander.
Nothing would shock me because they know they go for it.
Yeah,
now,
they do.
Here's the thing. I'm hoping the Giants, I'd love to see them somehow win the division. Do I expect it? No, 13% chance. Do I hope? Yes. I hope they make the playoffs, 63% chance. Better than average. It may not happen, but it would not surprise me to have the Giants make sure we date stamp this and we come back to it in the end of September. It would not surprise me to see the final standings in the National League West. LA 1, San Diego 2, Arizona 3, Giants 4. Okay. I'm hoping I'm dead wrong on that. And I want to see the Giants make the playoffs. But I know talent eventually wins out.
And it's a long season. Like I said, there's two more months.
Case of the Mets, what you have is you have a owner who is very gung-ho, wants to win, willing to spend a ton of money, and he's also got an attitude of like, screw it. You didn't do it. I'm breaking it all down. And I'm not, and I'll rebuild it another way. He's, so don't expect the Mets to expect a lot more trades with the Mets. Look for Verlander to be traded. Look for Tommy Pham to be traded. Look for a reliever or so to be traded. They are going to rebuild that thing. And, it's they're going to get young talent back and they're going to redo it. Mark Canha. Yep.
Hey, real quick, Scott Fowler, he's talking about how Soto and Tatis are the only players with above average OPS. Take a look at the Giants roster and see how many people are above average in OPS.
What is supposed to be average? 700 or 8?
I think what is average? Is average 600 or 7? I thought 7 was decent. 8 is really good. 900 is like all-star or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the team ranks at the bottom of the league for OPS. They just don't have the thump.
Yeah. So we'll see.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, you weren't in?
Yeah, he dropped off on accident.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Tommy Pham rumored to go to the Dodgers. Eric L says
that would make for a fun series.
Between him and Jock. Yeah.
Eric, did you see Logan's comment? I like that one. That's classic.
What, the one about you being president? Yeah.
Which one was that?
It's up here. Hold on, I'll find it.
Yeah, MF. I understand the run differential thing as far as the bullpen. The Giants do have a really solid bullpen, but the problem is we're coming up with teams that can really hit, and they are not. Their starting pitching, besides Webb and Cobb, they have nothing, and you get into that bullpen. Very easy to go on a stretch of 5-10 games where the bullpen's just getting sent out there night after night to stop the bleeding, and then you've wearing them out. They haven't done that yet because they've been able to protect the high leverage guys. But if the bullpen does get to a place where it starts to tire out, they don't have any real reinforcements.
No, they don't.
Behind them. Somebody said in the chat that, or maybe it was Twitter, I don't know, I saw it, but that Keaton Winn likely maybe out for the season.
Wow. It wasn't structural damage, but they're shutting them down, huh?
Well, structural damage. No, did I say Winn? I meant Whisenhunt. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Whisenhunt.
wow.
Whisenhunt.
That's different.
Damn.
Whisenhunt may be out for the season.
I wanted him up.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's true or if that's speculation on somebody's part. Haven't heard.
Who may know is Danny Ennerman, maybe.
We'll find out. Yeah, I was just going to bring up, man, you always think I'm like right when I was just going to say something. I was just looking at Danny's text. We'll have Danny Ennerman from KNBR on tomorrow afternoon show after the Giants game. We will probably come on about 4:30 tomorrow. It'll be probably 30 to 45 minutes after the last pitch.
Sure.
So we'll have Danny Emmerman, KNBR, will join the show, and we will get a good take on what's happening with the Giants in the clubhouse. If I was living back in the Bay Area, like I had planned to have a summer home up there,
You and me both.
This year, I would be in the clubhouse bringing interviews right to you. But, I've just didn't end up working out this year. That buy low, sell high. I'm not about to buy high in the California market right now.
Hell no.
No way. And with interest rates as high as they are, I got a good deal on this new home here. So I was able to rent my other home out and get into this one pretty good with the help of the builder cutting the interest rates way down. Otherwise,
those builders kill my business.
I know.
I lost quite a few deals to them.
Yeah, I know it sucks. I'm not.
But it is.
I'm not buying high right now, though. No way.
And Logan, to answer your question, I appreciate the confidence you have in me, but I will respectfully defer the president of operations to Dan, and I'll be his right hand man.
What was the question?
He said if the Giants offered me president of baseball operations, would I take it? I said no. I would defer it to you if you want the job, and I'll just be your right hand man.
Okay. So Whisenhunt sprained elbow. Examined
John Shea,
in 4 weeks, which puts you toward the end of August. Just shut him down.
Yeah.
There's no. What's the purpose? He's not going to pitch for the major league club this year, so don't even rush him out there. Just
let him heal up.
Just let him heal up and start tossing. Later on after 10 weeks or whatever. get him 100%.
And a sprain, that's close. It's not a strain. It's not a torn ligament, but it's a sprain, which is pretty damn close. So you got to be careful.
Jed. Wow. Hey guys, if Ned was the GM of the Giants, what do you think he'd be doing right
now? Ted says he trusts Eric to run the Giants more than Dan. Dan would be trying to make trades during the World Series parade.
That's good.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I'll tell you what. I would be. Yes, Lou, you're exactly right.
I love it, Justin. Oh,
Lou says,
man, Eric will be the lead Giant scout.
Yeah. I'm reading here or something. You got one comment at a time here. Dan, next week, 4 games versus Arizona is huge. Plenty of tickets available. Yeah, that's unbelievable. You got a division rival, you got a wild card competitor, and there's so many tickets available. So, yeah.
Dan and me are more likely going to the games in at least one of them in Arizona.
Oh yeah,
we gotta lock those up pretty soon.
When are those? In September?
September. Isn't your boy Wakefield with the Arizona? Tim Wakefield?
Tim Wakefield? You mean Tom Candiotti?
Tom Candiotti. Damn it. Yeah. I knew it was a knuckleballer.
Oh, that's right. Oh, Wakefield. Yeah, I got you. September 19th and 20th. My back should be healed up by then. Let me see. How many weeks is that? August 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 6 weeks. That's good. Get my back better.
We might do the show live from there. Who knows?
Yeah. Question is in the Dan Eric Lowe's front office. Is Kai Correa still employed by the Giants?
No.
What? Oh, if we're the front office? No, I'm not. I'm going for.
He's a package deal. If Kapler leaves, Kai's going to go with him.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a total flush.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Ned would do if he was the GM of the Giants right now?
I think Ned would look at the Giants and he would say, I don't think I have a realistic shot of going far in the playoffs. I might be able to get to the playoffs, but I'm probably what it would take to get further in the playoffs, I'd have to give up too much to sacrifice the future. And I wouldn't. I think he would say, I'm not willing to do that. Right. I want to build a perennial winner, not a one-time winner. Right. And I think Ned would look to sell off, not a full blown-out fire sale type deal. I think he would say, well, we can still compete and maybe get in there, but I'm going to trade off a couple pieces to maximize the return and build for 24 and beyond.
Yeah.
And I think I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he would do.
You know what, though? I think I'll go the other direction because Ned said he has never sold. So he couldn't even answer that question that you posed to him about selling. He goes, I've never sold the entire time I was a GM.
Yeah. I think he would.
I don't know. It may be.
Did he say that with the Giants or with
when he was a GM?
With Giants and Dodgers. Might, but I think he would buy and sell. I think he would do a little of both.
He'd probably do a little of both. I probably would agree with that.
I think he would buy and sell, and he would try to not give up too much, but he would try to get something back, pieces. So,
but you can ask him whenever he comes back.
No, in fairness to that answer, though, with the Dodgers, they were never a bad team. So he had to buy. Yeah. So you're only going to sell when you're a poor team and you just want to, give away or sell.
He brought up those statistics, remember, about when he was the assistant GM with the Giants and then GM with the Dodgers, that they were always in contention.
Mark Graves, you know what Ned did say that was classic? He said that if a GM thinks like a fan, he's going to become one of them. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. That's why I wouldn't. That's why I would look to try to sell pieces so I can become. See, the Giants are so close. They really are. They just need. What is the one thing? If I ask the chat, what's the most difficult thing for the Giants type of player to get to San Francisco? What is it?
What do you mean?
Chat. What do the Giants have a very difficult time attracting?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, that's a softball there.
Wait for the chat.
Wait for the chat. Yeah, that's a softball though.
Yeah. What can't the Giants seem to get
to lure
to come hitters? Rory's got
there
it.
There you go.
Top hitters.
Ted, Scott.
Specifically, what kind of hitters?
Hiroku.
Star hitters. Yeah, they can't get hitters. They just can't. Even Sabian said it was difficult to get hitters. It's a tough park to hit home runs. So what they should do is trade their pitchers, because people love to come to San Francisco to pitch. It makes them money. It made Gausman money. It made Rodon money. Why do you think they came here? It's making Cobb. It's making Cobb an all-star pitcher. This park is a big park, and the Giants are able to find guys that are ground ball type pitchers. So what you should do is trade some of those assets and get top power hitters from other teams that are like in AAA that have done well at A-ball. They were great in college. They smoked the A level. They smoked AA, and they're ripping in AAA. Get those guys to come, and now you've got control of those guys.
Right.
They can't go anywhere for 6-7 years.
Right.
And
that's what a lot of people are not
comprehending. And then you get them, and once they start really doing good in their pre-arbitration years, and you see like, this guy's going to be a star, you do what the Braves did. You lock them up.
Yep.
That's what we're trying to preach, people. Not just 1 year, go for it. Anybody want to bet me? I'll give you I'll bet $100. I'll give anybody this deal. $100, and I'll give you 10-1 odds that the Giants don't win the World Series this year. So you owe me 100. I owe you $1,000 if I lose.
Come on, Mario. It's an investment.
Come on, Mario. It's an investment.
That's
There's your investment. You only have to invest 100 to win 1,000.
Hey, that's 10-1. That's better than anything you're going to get at the bank.
I'm telling you, it looks like the Rangers are not messing around, are they?
Hey, the Farhan should be calling the Rangers right now and saying what they can get for Cobb all day.
Yep.
Oh yeah, what could they get?
Look at that.
Well, hey, Evan Carter. Give me Evan Carter. Let me read you about Evan Carter. Okay.
Giants got the arms, the starting pitching, and the bullpen arms. Do it.
Mario and Robert.
Bochy needs to be contacting his San Francisco buddies.
All right.
Mario and Robert do not want Evan Carter. No relation to Jimmy or Vince.
All right, here we go. Let me pull this back up. Present.
Mario's not taking that bet.
Did he decline it?
He's saying stop wagering and invest in real estate, fellas.
I've got properties. I'm already invested. I want to take your money, Mario. I want your money, Mario. Mario Kart. Come on. All right. Top 100 prospects. Evan Carter. He's at AA right now. He's 20 years old. Bats left-handed. With Texas. Let's take a look at Evan Carter and read his grades. Scouting grades: hit 60, power 50, run 60, arm 50, field 55, overall 60. Anything over 45 is considered a major league average player. this guy, let's see what it was.
He's a corner or a center fielder?
I'm not sure. Rangers minor league player of the year. Carter stands out most for his advanced approach to the plate, where he recognizes pitches, controls the strike zone well beyond his years, and uses the entire field, which would play great at Oracle because it's a big field. He makes consistent contact with a clean left-handed swing, and his bat speed and leverage and his lanky 6'4" frame should lead to at least average power once he adds some needed strength and pulls pitches more frequently. He completes his offensive package with plus speed and the savvy to use it well on the bases. His instincts are also apparent on defense, where Carter uses his quickness and long strides to chase balls down with ease in center field. His arm strength grades as average to solid, so he's capable of manning all three. Okay. The valedictorian of his high school class, he also earns praise for his intelligence and makeup. Yeah, that's a 6th-ranked prospect. There you go. There's a guy you could get.
You don't want to see Mario's comment.
Yeah, you old guys.
You're gonna rile them up, man. Don't rile up Dan.
Where'd he go?
It's best you don't. It's not worth your time. It really isn't. But you know what? You could trade Cobb and Brebbia and get that kid probably. What do you think?
Yeah. No, all day. All day.
Oh, all right. Well, then Dan just goes for the ban. Okay, then.
See ya.
Wow. He went straight to the ban. No timeout, just straight to the ban. Got it. All right.
I'm tired of seeing his comments.
Who's this guy, James Wood from the Nationals? 6'6", 240? What a beast. Oh, my God. That's what I'm talking about.
Dan was talking about him. He was part of the Soto trade.
Who's that?
James Wood.
Oh, yeah. He's part of this. Oh, yes. He's awesome hitter.
Oh.
Let me go back there. So the guys I was, my deal for Webb was Jackson Holiday, the number 1 guy who's at AA, and the number 12 guy, Colton Cowser. He's at AAA. And then, if you want to help Milwaukee out, how about if we go for Sal Frelick and
no, they ain't getting rid of Frelick.
And Jackson Chourio. Give them Cobb and Webb.
They ain't gonna get rid of Frelick. That kid is just going crazy right now in the major leagues.
How about that? Cobb and Webb for Chourio and Frelick, and then you got a rotation of Burns, Webb, Cobb, and what's the other guy that was big pitcher for Milwaukee? Is he still doing well?
Burns?
Burns? Not Burns, but the other guy. Woodruff. Is he still?
He's still hurt. He's coming back.
He's still out. Okay.
They ain't getting rid of Frelick, man. Do you see what he's doing in Milwaukee?
I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Man, that kid is his first game, man. It was just incredible.
Hey, if you offered enough.
No, they're in it though. The Brewers are in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think Arizona?
Do
you think Arizona would trade within the division?
Sure. If it's a good deal.
They got a couple prospects.
Jordan Lawler. They got Jordan Lawler, and they
need relief help bad.
Yep.
Real bad.
Drew Jones and Drew Jones is only an A ball. That's Andrew Jones' son.
Ooh, good genes.
Yeah. Yep. He's but yeah, the Giants just need to get power hitters. I'm tired of the,
James Wood has my attention. I just look at his size and I'm like, damn, that is a big dude. And he's an outfielder? Damn, that's like a first baseman.
Yeah. So anyway, let me go here. There we go. All right.
You don't think Texas goes after Verlander too, do you? I don't see that.
So
maybe like a Jordan Montgomery or something. They might be going towards.
Yeah, they'll get somebody. I'll tell you why. Why are they going to get people? Is because they are able. They have a GM that's aggressive, wants to win,
and they have a strong farm system.
And Bochy didn't come out of retirement to play tiddlywinks. He came out of retirement to win a World Series, and his GM told him so. That I will do everything to put the best team in front of you, and money's not going to be an object. We are here to win. The Giants have more money than the Rangers, but they don't spend it.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, they're all about, it's pathetic what the Giants do. They have all that property, Mission Rock. They're loaded. The ballpark's paid for, and they won't go for it.
Yep.
So,
and another thing that Texas is rich.
Lou Marston, thanks for the update. I was supposed to watch that fight. That's a big fight. That's the equivalent of Hearns versus Leonard back in the day. Wow. I predicted Crawford would win. That's big. Knocked him down 3 times. Wow. Man, I got to see those highlights when I get off of here. Whoo, that's a big fight.
But one thing Texas is rich in, not necessarily in money, but prospects. Yeah, that's what you need to wheel and deal as far as getting major league talent.
Trade partner. Perfect trade partner, Eric.
I know.
Like they're a legitimate threat for a World Series. They need some relief pitching. The Giants
have it.
They're there, but they're not really a threat. And get a stud like that. Win-win, man. Win-win.
Los says, not Los. MF says, do we like Vaughn Grissom? The Giants are connected to him. He's a second baseman with the Atlanta.
I know a little about him, honestly, not a whole lot. Danny, what do you know about him?
Don't know a lot about him, but I'm going to pull him up right here and we'll take a look. Help acquire Vaughn Grissom. Let's see. 3 players the Atlanta Braves should have traded before their value dropped. Oh, he's probably one of them. Looks. Let's pull up his let's pull up his.
Yes, Ted. Arenado is off the trade market per the Cardinals GM.
I told you he's not getting traded. Wow. 23. He's got a minus a 0 negative WAR. He is 22 years old. He's 6'2", 210, bats right, throws right, second baseman, shortstop. What do we got? Another Dubon here? Just let's see. Let's take a look at he's up with the big club. Let's take a look at his minor league stats because, well, let's see. What's he done? Let me scroll back. He had 141 at bats last year, hit 291 with the Braves as a 21-year-old. This year, he's only got 65 at bats. He's hitting 277. No home runs this year. He hit 5 last year for the Braves. The fact that he's only 21, I'm okay with that if he's struggling at the big league level because, that's kind of like some of the Giants, Schmidt's older too. Schmidt's like 24, isn't he? Casey Schmidt?
Yeah, he's older, yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at him in Triple A. He's been in Triple A a lot this year. 342 at bats, or 292 official at bats, 342 plate appearances, hitting 322, 397 on base with a 477 slugging with an OPS of 874. So he's done it in the minors. You could see if I highlight this year right there, see his stats there?
Mm-hmm.
And then if we look at him in Double A, let's take a look at Double A plus Double A, what kind of year this one was. Wow. There's some pretty good stats in the minors. Look at all those batting averages, 288, 319, 378, 311, 324. I mean, let's just take it overall 4 seasons down here. If we look at all levels, that includes assuming that's all minor league levels, or no, maybe that's majors too, thrown in there. A 312 batting average, a 458 slugging, 392 on base, 850 OPS. I'd be interested in a guy like that.
Yeah.
At 21?
I'm all in for that.
Now, maybe Farhan's starting to think, maybe that's the kind of middle infielder you want to add instead of a older veteran that's here for just a year. Get value.
Yep.
Where does he play when Estrada gets back? The bench?
I don't know at this point. I mean, I would be, again, get these young guys at 21 that have some power and pop and are controllable, and use in the off season. Guys like Estrada will bring you a ton, back.
So move on from Estrada.
He's 27. If the idea is to go just really, really young,
yeah,
and I just wish the Giants would have done this last year. Started this movement, and they'd be a year ahead.
Could have been. They could have got a lot for Rodon. Could have got a lot for Jock Peterson.
Yeah,
but whatever, they missed that opportunity. So.
Yeah, but Bub Rad, there we go. That's what we've been saying. Should be targeting top 100 prospects and dealing all guys over 25. Yeah. I mean, Schmidt's 24. I mean, I think Schmidt can be a player.
Brown, he's older too. He's like 24, 25.
He's right up there. I think Von Brown's up here next year. And I think he's the type of player that is a late bloomer. And I think he's going to
I would love to see them give him a shot for sure.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Enough for us tonight, guys. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
We've been going an hour and a half. Mario's gone, everybody.
Okay.
No more taunting. No more belligerent, antagonistic comments, everybody.
Phillies are interested in Adam Duvall.
That's a guy I like too, if you're really just wanting to add, but anyway, Mario's used to this probably at, I don't have my whistle on me, my referee whistle. Boop, boop. In fact, I'll be right back with it.
No. You gave him the red card. That's what you did. You got to get.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 2 T's and throw him out. I'm going to go get my whistle.
Hey, that dude asked for it.
Oh my gosh.
That dude asked for it. Yep, it's going to get real interesting when these trades actually do happen. I don't think.
Oh, it's going to get busy. I read somewhere they said that Monday is probably going to be a hot and heavy day as far as the trade deadline is concerned.
Are you much of a boxing fan, Eric?
No, not really.
Not too much. MMA, any of that?
I'm really not into fighting stuff. When I was younger, when Mike Tyson was around and all that stuff, my dad used to love watching, what's his name? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Holmes. He used to love watching Holmes. Yeah.
Larry Holmes. Yeah,
Larry Holmes. My dad used to love watching him.
Pops was a big boxing honk, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back in the day when they had those big, I mean, that's why tonight's fight was a big fight, because it's like a throwback. It's like, there's so much politics in boxing right now where the best fighters don't want to fight each other. My promoter doesn't get along with your promoter or whatever. I'm making more money than you.
Internal conflict. That's
so these big fights don't get made. Well, tonight's fight was like 2 undefeated welterweights. So it was a throwback, and sounds like it was a great fight. So
nice.
Yeah. Yep. Miss boxing back in the day. You're right. When Tyson,
man. God, I'd never miss that. I mean, that dude was just.
Yeah, when Tyson and Holyfield went out.
I'll never forget. I was stationed at Luca, matter of fact, and we all went to my supervisor's house, and there was we had like 50 people there. And it's when Tyson had come back, and he fought some white dude, and it literally, Tyson came out, landed like a shit ton of punches, and within a few seconds, the guy's corner threw in the towel, and we're like, what was that? It literally lasted like 20 seconds.
That was it. Give him the whistle, Dan.
All right. I'm going to give him for Mario. He's gone already, but I should have had this ready.
All right. There we go.
There's one. What'd you say? He called me an old man? Mario gone for good.
Oh my God!
He called all of us old.
Yeah, he did. That he did.
So that was enough for me. Gone. Anyway, no more little pest.
He'll try to bug you through Twitter.
Yeah, he'll probably come in. Let's see if he comes in with a fake name. All right. So anyway,
All right.
guys, maybe we'll let him back in. We'll take a vote in the chat. Back in tomorrow. Leave him out. Let us know in the.
It's up to you. You took executive action on that one.
Yep, I did.
He's on the 10-day IL.
Yep. Let us know. PK Man, is Mario banned? I banned him tonight.
We banned him.
I almost went for the timeout, 5 minutes, but I decided toss him.
Dan, Eric, and Los dropping hammers. It's good to see.
So, anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Probably game time's 1 o'clock. Guessing closer to 4:30. We'll have Danny Emmerman.
It should be a good discussion
from
right there.
KMBR. We'll get a lot of insight into what's going on.
And tomorrow's the deciding game between you and Los and the bet, right?
That's right. That's right, man. If Disco Fani makes an appearance, come on over. I'll have the filet mignon on the grill for you.
I'm very curious as to why you picked the Giants.
Home team, and I felt like they had a day off Thursday after winning 2 in a row. After losing 6 in a row, I kind of felt like they'd get refreshed. That was basically it. Boston,
thanks, Justin. Appreciate it, buddy.
Better, but I thought maybe the Giants might feel a little more refreshed.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Rory. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for coming in.
Thanks, everybody. Join us tomorrow with Danny Emmerman from KMBR. Until then, have a great Saturday night, everybody. Arrivederci. Ciao.
Get the hell out of here, Mario.